What is good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. We are back on this channel filming content, man. It has been a while, but we are back doing a brand new series on this channel. Make sure y'all stay tuned to the end of the video. Make sure y'all keep smashing that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new, because we are not stopping with this series. We have all 30 teams this season preview, starting off with the Atlanta Hawks. This is a complete hoops channel, so it's not just about one team like my main channel. Obviously, if you guys know me, I am a Heat fan, but this channel is about basketball, college basketball, NBA basketball, everything, man. So make sure y'all tune in every single video. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, comment down below your thoughts. Let's get right into it. Without further ado, the Atlanta Hawks season preview is underway. So last season, the Atlanta Hawks finished the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference. Halfway through the season, replaced their head coach, firing Nate McMillan and replacing him with Quinn Snyder, former Utah coach. And they actually did do a pretty good job getting into the playoffs since they hired Quinn Snyder. They actually beat my Miami Heat in the play-in game, securing the 7th seed and facing off against the Boston Celtics in the first round, where they eventually lost in 5 games. And obviously their leading scorer was Trae Young. Now, moving on to the offseason moves, man, we have a lot of moves for the Atlanta Hawks. Their big draft acquisition was Kobe Buffkin out of Michigan, point guard. Versatile, do-it-all, can play 3 levels, scoring-wise, can play two-way. He's very, very versatile, man. He's a Swiss Army knife of a point guard, and he's a very, very good pick in my opinion. Drafted Mohamed Gay with pick 39, and they also drafted Seth Lundy from Penn State, 3-and-D player in the 2nd round as well. They also brought in Wesley Matthews, signed on a contract, another shooter. Patty Mills, who was traded like 10 times this offseason, ended up in Atlanta. And then Miles Norris, undrafted rookie, another guy that they brought in. Then also re-signed DeJounte Murray on a contract extension after trading for him last season. That was their biggest work in the offseason as far as re-signing and signing players, was re-signing DeJounte Murray. Now, losing out on players, John Collins was the big notable loss. Traded to the Utah Jazz for draft compensation mostly. Trent Forrest, lost out in free agency. Aaron Holiday, again, free agent, signed with the Rockets. And then obviously Tyrese Smart and Donovan Williams, not, rotational pieces whatsoever, but still losses on their team. But John Collins and Aaron Holiday were the 2 notable losses. And the additions notably were Kobe Buffkin, Wesley Matthews, Patty Mills, re-signing DeJounte Murray. So not too big of an offseason. A couple of moves here and there, but still did make a couple of good additions. Again, I love the Kobe Buffkin pick. I feel like they've needed to address that backup point guard position for a while now. Sharif Cooper didn't really pan out. Same with Aaron Holiday. But yeah, Kobe Buffkin hopefully can take that spot and be serviceable and be an insurance policy for Trae Young. And DeJounte Murray, who they signed on a contract extension. And I like the Wesley Matthews pickup. I feel like he can add some much needed shooting next to Trae Young, and same with Patty Mills, veteran leadership, another point guard, for insurance policy. And yeah, John Collins, the writing was on the wall, man. It was time for him to go. They traded him for draft compensation to get off that contract. That was a good trade in my opinion. And yeah, so I think they had a pretty good free agency and draft. Moving on to the projected rotation. Now we have a projected starting lineup. This is from ESPN of Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter, Saddiq Bey, and Clint Capella. Now, I actually think the power forward position could be interchangeable between Saddiq Bey and Jalen Johnson. I'm not really too sure as to who they're going to start. They went with Saddiq Bey because of the experience. We'll see. I think Saddiq Bey is a good fit in that starting lineup because of his ability to shoot the ball. Jalen Johnson is not really a shooter. But off the bench, they do have Kobe Buffkin, Bogdan Bogdanovic, AJ Griffin, who had a pretty good rookie season last season, Jalen Johnson, and Onyeka Okongwu. I do like their bench a lot. I feel like the starting lineup has been like their starting lineup from last year, except they kind of just replaced John Collins with Saddiq Bey. That is an undersized starting lineup, I'm not going to lie, because Saddiq Bey is not really a 4, in my opinion. He's more of a 3. But I am excited to see DeAndre Hunter. I do think DeAndre Hunter could take another step. I'm excited to see the fit of Trae and DeJounte Murray. And then off the bench, man, I feel like Kobe Buffkin is a very serviceable backup point guard for them. Bogdanovic will obviously be the microwave scorer off the bench. And you have guys, complementary pieces. AJ Griffin with his 3-and-D ability. Jalen Johnson with his ability to slash. And I'm very high on Jalen Johnson. We're going to get to Jalen Johnson later in this video as well. But Jalen Johnson, I think, is very, very underrated. And I think he's going to get a lot more opportunity and minutes with the dismissal and the trade of John Collins. And then Okongwu has been a guy that I've been really high on as well. He's been the guy who's supposed to have been breaking out for a while now, and because he has all the athleticism, he has all the physical tools, but just hasn't put it together yet. And then obviously playing behind Capella, it's been pretty hard. But I feel like Okongwu has all the talent in the world to be a very good center in this league. They have a nice team. I like their squad a lot. This is not even mentioning guys like Wesley Matthews, guys like Patty Mills. You know, but they do have a good team. I like their team a lot. I feel like a lot of these guys complement each other. You know, you have defense and shooting in both backcourts. You have 3-and-D players in both backcourts. You have guys like Swiss Army knives in both backcourts, and you have 2 rim-running centers in both front courts. I don't know why I said backcourts for the last 2 spots, but front courts, yeah. Clint Capella and Okongwu can run. Saddiq Bey, Jalen Johnson, very versatile. DeAndre Hunter, AJ Griffin, 3-and-D. Trae Young, Bogdanovic are both offensively minded players, and you have Kobe Buffkin and DeJounte to do defensively minded things. And I just think it's going to fit really well. I'm very high on this, you know, this depth chart. Moving on, we got the biggest question and the prediction for this season, man. You know, we just gotta break it down from piece by piece, and we just gotta ask ourselves, can the Atlanta Hawks improve their defense from last season? That is the biggest question, because they added in DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray was a good addition last season, but DeJounte Murray is, you know, he's somebody who's hasn't really done much for their defense since he's come. Like, their defense has not been top 10 or anything. They were 25th in points allowed, and they were, I think, 16th overall in defense. So their offense was top 10. I think they were 3rd in points scored, but their defense was the biggest reason why I don't think they, you know, succeeded last season. So I feel like the defense is the biggest question mark. And yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see if they can put it together defensively. I think, you know, maybe inserting Saddiq Bey into the starting lineup and removing John Collins entirely will just make their lineup more versatile. That's where I feel like Jalen Johnson can come in and also transform them defensively, because I think he has the tools to be a very, very good defender. I think Jalen Johnson reminds me a lot of Aaron Gordon, kind of comparison-wise. Like, I feel like he's very versatile, can guard multiple positions and can rim run and can throw it down. He's very athletic. As far as seeding is concerned, I feel like they can fall anywhere between 5 and 10. You know, I think they are extremely, you know, they can be extremely inconsistent at times, the Hawks. I don't think they're gonna fall out of the playing game, though. I feel like, you know, at the highest, I feel like they would be the 5 seed, because I feel like teams like teams like Miami, Milwaukee, Boston, and Philly, even with the Harden stuff, I feel like those teams are definitely going to be higher. But I feel like, you know, at the best, they could be competing with teams like Cleveland and New York. And at the worst, I feel like you'd be down there with Indiana and Toronto and Chicago and even Orlando if they take a jump. And then obviously coming to the leading scorers has to be Trae Young, best performing rookie. Kobe Buffkin is really their only rookie who's going to get minutes, so it has to be him. Breakout player, again, very high on Jalen Johnson. That is my breakout player for them. Trade candidate is interesting. I have Bogdanovic because I feel like Bogdanovic is older. His contract is a little bit sizable. I feel like he can be moved if he's not shooting the ball well. If they need extra defense or something, like, I feel like he can be sacrificed and traded. So that is my preview for the Atlanta Hawks, man. Make sure y'all drop a like and subscribe, you know, and comment down below what you guys think about this team, man. They're very tough to predict. They're very inconsistent up and down team, but they have a lot of talent. So I'm high on the Hawks. I feel like, again, they're going to be anywhere between the 5 and the 10 seed, but if I had to predict, I'd probably say 7, 6 or 7. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think about the Hawks. I'll see you later. As always, peace.